I'm Bo Lewis, and I was the rector of the church, the Episcopal Church in Loudon, when I began my work with Habitat, which was, I guess, around 30 years ago now.
It's our 30th anniversary.
Yeah, and I remember people talking about it, and I had no idea what it was. And they said, "We're going to have a meeting to start a Habitat here." And they said, "Could we meet at your church?" I said, "Well, absolutely." And so I don't even remember all about this, but we did meet at the Episcopal Church for that first meeting. And as people, I remember being amazed by the description of what Habitat was. I thought, there's no way that can work. No, not people, volunteers who don't know anything about building, coming together and building houses for these people. And but I quickly found out that everybody has got something they can do for Habitat, if nothing more than pray, which is a good part of it. Particularly for those families who are moving in.
My husband came home one day and he said, "I feel like the Lord wants us to get involved in Habitat for Humanity." And I said, "What's that?" He said, "I'm not real sure. We'll find out." So I did a little bit of investigating, and I've told several of y'all this once before, that in those days you didn't have Google search. No, you did not. And so your best bet was, 411 or whatever the information was. And I did get a number for International, and and I explained to her what I wanted. I wanted some information. She said, "Well, ma'am, there just happens to be in your county a meeting tonight at such and such church." I mean, of course, we hadn't lived there but about 3 years, so I didn't know where such and such church was. It turned out to be my friend here, Bo Lewis's church.
I'm Shauna Oden, and I'm a member of the community church at Tellico Village. And I got involved with Habitat because one Sunday I went to church and there was an announcement in the bulletin that said they needed help on a Loudon County Habitat for Humanity project. And I knew about Habitat because my dad was involved in it, and I knew I would be able to help. So I volunteered with my paintbrush in my hand, and the rest of my work with Habitat is history. So that's how I started, and that was 27 years ago.
Well, my job at Habitat was to find dirt to build houses on. And it was exciting, sort of, some of the things we did. I don't know how we made it through it, but we did. But anyway, yeah, the first 3 houses we built were products of a tornado.
We get down to the end of the time in which the house is completed. We're backfilling, we're getting it all ready, getting it dressed up. And I noticed a truck pulls up on the side. And he comes up and he said, "Who's in charge?" I said, "Well, I guess that's me today." And he said, "Ma'am, what do you plan to do for gutters?" And I looked up there and said, "Oh, geez, I forgot all about the guttering." We were in such a hurry to get it done. And we did this house in 40 days.
And we had people coming and telling me that, there's some land I think is going to come up for sale out here someplace, whatever. And I said, "Oh, okay, where at?" And they tell me, and I go talk to that person. I said, "We can give you a tax credit if you donate your property."
The churches did a lot of recruiting, but people that would come and work on the houses who had no idea what they were doing, and then they would learn so much, and they were great advertisements for us because they were saying, "Gosh, you'd have a great time doing it, and now you can believe what I learned,